So funny enough, as of right now, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is probably one of the best-selling iPhones from the complete entire iPhone 14 series. I used to think it was the iPhone 14, but according to some data that was found or that, people published back in April and going on into this specific year and this specific month, it looks to me that as of now, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is still probably one of the best-selling iPhones that Apple is currently selling, at least in terms of the latest generation that they have. So why are people buying this iPhone? This is the most expensive iPhone Apple makes right now, but also this is a device that is, more expensive, it's bigger, it's one of the biggest iPhones Apple's made. So it usually is a novelty. It's usually one of those devices that I think people probably won't buy for the most part, but it looks to me that that's not the case anymore. So why are people buying this specific iPhone, at least this specific year? Well, to give you some numbers, according to a lot of people back earlier this year, apparently the iPhone 14 Pro Max took up 19% market share, at least in February of this year. Second place was the iPhone 14 with 18%, the iPhone 14 Pro was 13%, and the 14 Plus was at 7%. Nobody's buying the 14 Plus, we kind of already know that. And I kind of do think the reason why people are buying the Pro Max is because of the Plus series. I think actually what's going on is that people are looking at the iPhone 14, they see the 14 Plus and they're like, oh, it's like a bigger phone with bigger battery. Then they go see the 14 Pro Max is only a little bit more expensive, and then they go ahead and just buy the 14 Pro Max. Or they look at the 14 Pro, then just upgrade to the 14 Pro Max because they were looking at a bigger phone initially with a Plus. I think there's probably something like that going on. I've talked about this before, but Apple has this sort of like a laddered approach when purchasing devices. So they want you to go inside of the Apple store and look at the cheapest iPhone they have, but walk out with the most expensive iPhone they have. And that is exactly what I think Apple is doing. It makes a lot of sense. It's kind of a cool thing that they do. But the reason why I think people are purchasing this iPhone even more so than that is because it's probably one of the best phones Apple has ever made. I think these sales numbers are going to go down a little bit, because we're getting so close to the iPhone 15 launch. But I do think when I look at all these devices, Apple's done a great job. And I do think with the 14 Pro Max, they've done a pretty good job marketing it. They've made it look very good. And I like this iPhone a lot. But I am very curious to see with the 15 Pro Max, what Apple's going to be doing there. Are they going to make this iPhone significantly different? Are they going to make it look better? I'm going to be very curious to see what Apple ends up doing with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, because that is going to be the device for the most part that's going to, I guess, not make it or break it, but it's going to be one of the changes that's probably going to be there for many, many years to come. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.